Tell you something, right? And I won't bring this bad bitch, this bad bitch, man. I was fucking with her and shit, right? But she's so insecure that she don't know she insecure. Like, fam, oh my God, take the picture over. Oh no, they can't post it. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And half the time, these females that be looking good on
In
Instagram,
the video.
you're gonna have to pay for half afterwards, not for a whole shit after the video over. But half these females that look good on Instagram or social media or whatever, you notice they never do videos. They only do pictures because they have no personality and they're boring and they're regular. And you think you're somebody that you're not. And the girls that look half as good as you are funnier than you. Is better than yours, head is better than yours. They make me laugh, they make me feel good while you're walking around like a stiff-ass mannequin because you have makeup and dried up all day. Your ass is tight because you're taking shots and you ain't get a massage on it in a month and a half. Your titties is about to burst because they full of silicone. And I'll take a to look half as good as you with a great personality to make me laugh and think this funny and has good sex.
And you
and
pay all my bills?
I ain't say that. It's gonna meet me halfway. This girl on Instagram, and Larry know her, she gotta be top 5 in the world. And she came to see me and she's cool and all that, but she's insecure. And she doesn't get it. I can't go outside without this. I can't do that. I can't do, you're fucking boring. You're boring and you're regular because everybody got what you got. Now you bad and all that, but I don't pick up for her. She still calls. No, I'm not picking up for you, yo. And like I said, this girl over 9 million followers. No, I don't care about your followers because you're broke. Those shits don't count. And now she got a little couple dollars because niggas is trick off. But that's what it takes. You're digitally panhandling. It's digitally panhandling. Yo, follow my Cash App. Yo, make a donation to my that's digital panhandling, yo.
See what you started, Stat?
So that's just my opinion.
Fun fact before y'all get into it: 1960s and up until like about 1980, obesity rate was at 13%. Now it's in the mid 30s.
Damn, what?
Yes.
Yeah, it's true.
34 to 36%.
What's driving that?
The food.
Processed foods.
The food. God, man, I thought they was gonna be politically correct and say, it was medical thyroid or some shit.
That's 1.3%. They all use that excuse, but only 80% of women in America are fat, and 80% of that 80% is obese, which equates to 30% of the population being obese. That's the numbers he came up with.
If women got access to the same stats we got, why do they always jump to the exception? Like, don't y'all get aggravated when women come on this panel on this network and never be like the one that don't suck 100 dicks and like why you can't just come on here and be honest about your history? Like
that would be accountability. You asking for accountability. You're asking a woman who eats too much mac and cheese and pizza to tell you that she eats too much mac and cheese and pizza. That's not going to happen. Now, don't get me wrong. 75% of men are fat too. But since we're talking about the women right now, 1.3, and let's just round it up to 2. And that's not even how you round, but we're going to give them the extra 0.7%. 2% of the women that are obese have a thyroid issue. The other 98% just eat too fucking much. They can't put down the cheesecake. They can't put down French fries. They got to get a double cheeseburger every time they go. And they get the most sugary drink they can from Starbucks. And so if you want them to say, oh, I see these numbers and that applies to me, you're asking for accountability, Darwin, and you know better than that. It's not happening. So if you guys want, like what he's talking about is like women that are beautiful but insecure. I think I was talking about that earlier. Like you do notice that, and this is what I think Trev was saying, is like, stop liking these photos and blowing up and gassing up the head of a lot of these going on, and oh, you beautiful, or oh, I know you making some man happy. I'll be looking at the comments sometimes on some of these shits, and I'll be saying, only if you sell this motherfucker in person, because a lot of these times, a lot of these people I see in person. And I'm like, if you saw them in person, you wouldn't be singing that tune. And you'd be wondering where these motherfuckers be at in the world. Like, how come I don't see these women at the gas station when I'm pumping gas in my car? How come I don't see them at 7-Eleven? Where they be at when I be shopping at Target? They don't shop at Target at the same time I shop, but they all on the internet. It's because the internet is a lie. They take the right angles. I think Drake talked about this in one of his songs. They get the angles, and they set the lighting, and they set the skin tone, and they do the right photos, and they post those, and they take 50 photos, kind of like what Cameron was just talking about. They take 50 photos to post one. 50. And they delete the rest of them. And that's a common practice. And you think they just really quick just took a snapshot. Nah, man. It took them 15 minutes to get that shot. And then they manipulated it a little bit. And then they had to turn a little bit. Dog, it's a lot of insecure people out there. And they don't got it like it seems like they got it. And so that's why you won't. Then
they use the
Photoshop. A whole
Photoshop.
Lot of video.
They use the editing too.
Oh, no, they're not using that, B-Man. It's Snapchat.
They use the Snapchat filters. No, but there's other apps. There's other apps that they use AI, hide freckles and shit, and hide different scars and stuff.
I tell you, Snapchat has the filter that they need.
JR, when we went to Vegan Fest, was it a lot of older women there?
Vegan Fest?
Vegan Fest.
Yeah, it was women now, like our age. Yeah.
Did they not look like they was still young?
Yeah,
because they vegan. They eat clean and shit. They eat clean and shit. They drinking. They're drinking their fruit juices and eating their sea moss and all that stuff.
All of them are not vegan. It just was the place to be because they had artists that were performing there. So it was outside. People was outside, and that's what they wanted to do.
Yeah,
I got a question.
Barbecue.
I got a question though.
Way more barbecue than Vegan Fest.
That's true. But could an argument be made that there are starting to be more attractive older women out here now because of social media, because that presence is so important, your image and your likeness and all that kind of stuff is more marketable and more important nowadays, that you're starting to see more pretty or cuter older women that's pushing it more now?
I'll tell you why. I know I've been talking a lot, but tonight's the night. The reason why is because of podcast is because of Lapeef Network and other shows like this. Remember they say everybody don't need a microphone. All these podcast guys, all these boys. You know why? It's because men are speaking up now. That's the only reason. And we've only been doing it for the last 3 years. Maybe I'll say 4 or 5 to stretch it. I'll say the reason why you see a lot of women getting their shit together is because this microphone and men like me is saying, I'm not fucking with you, fatty. If you want to fuck with me, fatty, make sure I can't call you fatty no more. And so now, if they want that, if they want a Trev, if they want a Marcus, if they want a Kenny, if they want a Darwin, somebody, then they know that they got to put in some work. Before, they didn't have to put in no work. We were just supposed to accept them as they are. We were supposed to just take you as you were. And us men with a microphone is saying, no, I'm not taking you as you are. Are you crazy? And now you got a lot of men that say, you know what? I don't even want, I'm getting a passport. I'm out of here. Because you got competition, lady. And if you want what I have to offer, which is security, safety, you know what I'm saying, problem solving, and you want all these things that I'm coming with, then you got to compete with this woman overseas, because I'll go get her, and she doesn't have half the requirements that you have. But if you want your requirements, fine. What do I get for that? And men are now saying, I need a return on my investment. We didn't say that 4 years ago or 5 years ago. Well, we're saying it now. And so some women are smartening up. Even the women that we have in the chat. I don't look at the chat during our shows, but I go back and watch these shows. And I see that we have like a consistent amount of women that's in it. Like I would argue that the women in our chat are the smartest of the smart women because they're listening to what we're saying and they're applying it in their lives, in their own lives. They watch King Talk, they watch Let's Talk, they watch all these different shows, and they listen to men speak, and they're taking notes, whether they know it or not. So yeah, be mad, and I'm with you. I know I'm long with it, but I'm with you. They are getting better, but they only getting better because motherfuckers like you be mad and is saying, you got to do better than what you used to do. You got to do better for me than what you did for my dad.
Facts.